long enough and mistreated long enough. Queen, it's time to stand up. Queen, it's time to get up. Queen, it's time to rise. Queen, rise up.
Hey, 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 Queens, rise up. You know how we do. This is Queen Rise Up. What we do around here, we empower women to know their worth and their value. So, Queens, listen, when you get up this morning, make the devil mad that you are up this morning and make sure you got your foot on the jugular of his neck. Do you hear me? Listen to me. This is real talk this morning. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Shake the dust off. Rise up from the inside out, not just from the outside in. You get up and decide today, I'm going to live my best life across the whole complete spectrum of your life. Queen Rise Up, we meet here Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Queen Rise Up, where we just empower and encourage. And let me share something. The reason why I come this route every single morning, because empowerment doesn't just come when you are in certain places. This is over every aspect of your life, whether you're raising your children, you're dealing in your finances, you're dealing in your business, you're dealing in your community, you're dealing in your church. It doesn't just mean in one aspect of your life. He said, I pray that you be in good health even as your soul prosper. That is spiritual, that is mentally, that is emotionally, that is psychologically, that is across the board of your life, your everyday affairs. Do you hear me? So in empowering that woman to know her worth, this is what we do to let you know, because once you understand your value, come on, listen to me, what you accept. Some things will no longer be acceptable. The places you used to go, you will no longer want to go, because now the worth, you understand your worth and your value. You will start watching out on who you're connected to. Let me lock and load this morning. Don't start nothing. Let's go ahead and say over our life. Let's decree and declare what God says concerning you. Make sure you're liking. Make sure you're sharing the video. Make sure you are subscribing to the YouTube channel. You also can subscribe to me on Instagram, Twitter, and y'all need to join me over on TikTok. Do you hear me? And that is real talk, man. I'm telling you, life-changing experiences are happening over on TikTok. Can I tell you? Now, who knew God was going to do it like that? But listen, make sure you like, make sure you share, and make sure you watch the reels and the videos over here on this particular platform here on Queen Rise Up on Facebook. But let's do this. Let's decree and make declarations over your life. Now, before you go into the declaration and making decrees, make sure your hands is clean. Queen said, wash your face. Let's ask God to forgive you for your transgressions and your iniquities. Lord, I know what they are. I know you see them. Lord, cleanse me. Make me whole. Before you start decreeing and declaring and you working out of an illegal, an illegal place. You want to be working legally. Can I say that? In the vein, in the alignment of Christ, and that is real talk. So let's declare over your life this morning. Good morning, Queens. You are rising up from the inside out, not from the outside in, and that is real talk. So declare over your life that I am who God says I am. I can do what God says I can do. I am the head and not the tail. I am above and not beneath. I am more than a conqueror. Listen to me. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Come on. I am that of a royal priesthood. I am the redeemed. I am forgiven. Somebody say, I am. Listen to me. Real talk this morning. He says this, I am confident. I am bold. Come on. I am prosperous. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am the fragrance of God. Come on. I have the mind of Christ. Listen, I don't care who, where, when, why, or what. Get up and say what God says concerning you, because don't you know that God has a plan for you? He says, before you were formed in your mother's womb, I've already chosen you. He says, Jeremiah 29:11, I have a plan for you. So whatever happens in life, may cause a delay, but Queens, it doesn't mean that what God has in store for you doesn't come to pass. What God says concerning you, can no man pluck it up. Do you hear me? Can't no man pluck it up, root it out. The enemy can't even, you know what? Even the enemy, whoa, cannot stop what God has for you. Let me help somebody this morning. I need you to get up this morning. So declare over your life what God says concerning you. Come on, I am confident in Christ. Come on, I am confident. I am bold. I am sound in my righteous mind. And this is real talk this morning. Make sure you are girded up. Make sure you are in your right. Come on, I am. Come on, Queen. Good morning, Queens. Come on, I can do all things. Come on, I am the child of God. I am that of a royal priesthood. Just say it, even if you don't even feel like it. This has nothing to do with your feelings. This has nothing to do with your circumstances. This doesn't have to do with your disappointments, your setbacks. Listen to me. Just say, I am who God says I am. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Listen to me. Listen, this is real talk. And some of you right now, when you're quoting and saying what God says concerning you, don't you know? Come on, you are, listen, basically you're taking it back. You are in the fight. You are a part. Listen, you are going to have to take part in this thing. Do you hear me? There is no more sideline. You gotta be a part of the process, Queen. You can't be waiting for everybody else to come and do it for you. Come on, we can kumbaya, my Lord, don't get it twisted, but you got to know that I am bold, I am confident, I am purpose. Come on, I am great. Come on, I am strong, I am beautiful, I am bold. You better say it this morning. You hear me? Listen to me. Real talk based on doesn't matter what the circumstances are, because God already said before you were formed in its mother's womb, come on, that you were forgiven. I'm going to help you this morning, that you are the redeemed. Let me say it. Oh, don't start now, won't be none. Before you were born in your mother's womb, did you hear me? Before you were formed, God already had a plan for you, Queen. So before you got into that place, that marriage, that place of despair and having no children or having children, don't you know God already said concerning you that you are the apple of his eye? Come on, he already thought about you in a way half of the time we don't even think about ourselves, and that is real talk. Come on, you are qualified. Come on, seal of approval has been on your life, Queen. Don't start now. I am qualified. Listen, Queens, this season is intense. Can I tell you? You are chosen, Queen. Come on, listen to me. And when you know that you are chosen, matter of fact, let me lock and load on you this morning. He says, listen, he says what? Listen. He said, you didn't choose me, I chose you. He says, listen, you are chosen. 1 Peter 2:9 says, but you are chosen, you are a chosen race. You are a royal priesthood. You are a holy nation. You are a people of God's possession, that you may proclaim excellence of him who called you out of darkness into the marvelous light. Let me say it again about you being chosen. Don't start, no, won't be none. You didn't choose him, he chose you. Listen to me, to be chosen, you are a chosen race. Don't start now, that of a royal priesthood. Why? Because you belong to the kingdom of God. Don't get it twisted. Did you hear me? Not because of your color, your creed, your dimension, your backdrop. Come on, your domination, but because you are in the kingdom of God. You are chosen. You are that of a royal priesthood. Do you hear me, Queens, this morning? Listen to me. Act like you know that you are of, come on, you are of a kingdom that, come on, royal, come on, confirmation. Queen, real talk, chosen. Don't start now. John 15:16 said, you didn't choose me, I chose you. I appointed you. You've been ordained for this. You've been chosen for this. You've been destined for this. This is real talk. Whatever your this is, because your this will be personal. Can I tell you? And you got to know that I am that I am. Come on. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I have been chosen for this. Come on, Queens. I've been chosen for this. And you don't understand that, you have been chosen. But he says, I've chosen you. You didn't choose me. No. Listen, you've been chosen. Come on, handpicked, hand selected, and being crafted and made and designed for what he has purposed you for. Do you hear me? So now what he said, now that you've been chosen, now I need to shape you. I need to mold you. I need to give you some cutouts, and not carbon copy cutouts. According to how God has chosen you. You are not, good morning, Barbara. You are not a carbon copy. You are an original. There is nobody like you. Ain't nobody gonna say it like you. Nobody's gonna do it like you. And that is real talk. I don't care if they try to duplicate. You cannot duplicate Listen, listen. There are some things that God's gonna have that are not duplicatable. Honey. Do you hear me? You listen, and that is real talk. Chosen, you are built for this. And let me tell you something. In this season, right, you are in right now. I don't care what you say. This morning I said the title was you got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. Do you hear me? Come on. You got to put in the work. There's something about this season. It's thick. It's challenging. It's on another height. It's on another realm. These battles right here. Whoa, listen, you are a jewel. Come on, Queen. Don't start nothing this morning. Come on, in God's kingdom. But we are in an intense. It is intense. It's an intense fight. I don't care. Listen to me. If you're chosen and you are working and you're the agent and working in change, you decide that today there was enough. I'm working towards. Come on, you got to put the work in. This is real talk. This is no longer standing on the sideline taking down your Goliath. Do you hear me? You got to put in the work. Let me have a sip this morning. Wait a minute. You've been chosen for this. Oh, listen. You've been chosen. The Goliath. Listen. They got to come down. They got to come down. David was chosen king. He was chosen to take down the Goliath. I'm talking about chosen. I don't know what your Goliath is. I don't know what's before you, what your mountain look like, what it is that God is saying. Listen, you're going to have to put the work in. Queens, this one's not going to be handed to you. Did you hear me? Let me have a sip. This next one isn't going to just be handed to you. You're going to have to put the work in. Matter of fact, if you go to 2 Timothy, I'm going here. Let me go to 1 Timothy because 1 Timothy 6 and 12, he says, fight the good fight of faith. Take hold of your eternal life, which you were called and about which you were made the good confession of the presence of many witnesses. Come on, listen to me. Listen. He said, fight the good fight. Oh, look at God confirmation. David was talking. Talking about David last night, Queen, because you're gonna have to be involved in this one. You're gonna have to this one right here, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm being relentless. But you got to know who you are in this. You got to know that I am chosen. You got to know that I am who God says I am. You got to know that I can do what God says I can do. You got to know that he that is in me is greater than he that is in this world. You got to know that come on, this is real talk this morning. Come on. That I am valuable. You got to know that I am confident. I am bold. Listen to me. Come on. Listen to me. This is real talk. You got to know that I am that of a royal priesthood. You got to fight the good fight of faith, Queen. This one right here. Don't you take no shorts in this season. And I don't care how hard the oppression or the pressure is. Stay in the fight. Do you hear me? Don't back up. Don't move in a place of resisting what is before. Listen to me, real talk. You're going to have to fight the good fight of faith. You've been chosen. You've been assigned. You have purpose. There is destiny. Come on, listen to me, real talk. You got to keep walking that thing out. Listen to me, your Goliath. Whoa! Some of you not even dealing with Goliath. Some of you dealing with your prince of Persia. Them jokers don't want to let go. They keep taunting you in areas of your life. They go in, they go out, and some of them are just there holding up what God has for you. This is real talk. Do you hear me? Listen to me this time. This one, don't you let go. I don't care how hard that thing is resisting. I don't care how hard it gets in the fight. He said, you got to fight the good fight of faith. Your Goliath is coming down by faith. You got to put in the work. Do you hear me? But let me tell you something. You'll find out, listen, after a while, listen to me, they'll know, people start noticing, oh, you did, whether you put the work in or no. Is you camouflaging, are you counterfeit? Are you fronting? Come on, you gonna fight the fight of faith? Are you willing to grow and expand your territory? Come on, listen to me, real talk. Are you just saying things and not really making the choices based on the things that you decided? Let me have a sip today. Are you just saying it? You decide that enough is enough, but you won't do the things that's required that draws the line. Let me help somebody today. Listen to me, real talk. You saying I want this, but are you doing what is, come on, are you doing what is required? Are you putting in the fight? Real talk. Saul didn't put the fight in. Saul was scared of Goliath. Saul just let him come in and come out. Do what he had to do when he felt like doing it. So as long as you allow the enemy to come in and come out, he's going to do just that. Do you hear me? As long as you give him the permission, listen to me, you scared and afraid and holding back the fight, and you just let him keep coming in and coming out, he's going to do it. He's just going like a swinging door. I'm coming in when he feel like it. He'll come out when he feel like it. But if you don't put in the fight, listen, come on. Come on, listen to me. Persia and the archangel. But let me tell you one thing about the prince of Persia. He was the demon that was holding up. Did you hear me? Daniel's progress in some things. And some of you can recognize the demon or prince of Persia. I'm going this way this month because you're going to have to put the good fight in. Ain't no more, what we say, no patty cake bakers, man. Roll them up as fast as you can. You got to be in, you got to finish a fight and finish it strong, Queen. Do you hear me? Finish it strong. Finish it with excellence. Finish it, come on, with integrity. Finish it. Whoa! Listen to me, with the right character. You hear me? No, not sloppy, not messy. Come on, not with inconsistencies. You got to fight the good fight. You've been chosen. Come on, not with the inconsistencies. Don't be messy. Come on. Listen to me. Work in your royalty. Work in the priesthood. Work in how you've been chosen and called and ordained and destined. Not messy. Come on, real talk. Do you hear me? Woo! Walk in integrity, Queen, even in the fight. Woo! Listen. Real talk. Come on, you got to stand up, grow up, mature. But Saul just watched like an open door. Goliath went in and Goliath came out. Goliath went in and he came out. We talked about guarding your mind, what's going in and what you allowing out, just back and forth, when it feels like it, when it's comfortable for the enemy. Let me tell you something, real talk, but Queens, listen to me. Oh, even in this fight, did you hear me? He come and go. He mess with your spiritual mental, then he leave. He'll come back, put a standard up against him, Queen. You got to put it, you're going to have to put in the work on this one. You hear me? You're going to have to put in the work on this one. But he says this today. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. You can do it. Queen, get up this morning and shake the dust. Some of us, when we get razzled by circumstances, people, places, or things, we stop in our tracks. Keep going this time. Don't stop. Fight the good fight of faith. Come on. Fearless. Come on, Queens, real talk. Stay in your race. Don't go on this. Queens, if you can see these internal, I got internal bruises. You hear me? I got internal bruises. But I keep fighting. Listen, you can't see them. But there's internal. Listen. And sometimes when you're bruised, what the enemy does, he keep hitting the same spot until you get tired. I'm going to help somebody. He'll keep hitting the same spot. You may not see them on external, but they're internal. This is why you got to rise up from the inside out, not the outside in. He says, by his stripes you are healed. Don't you know his word? Come on, girds up them areas where it's bruised. And this is real talk. But what the enemy does, he wants to keep beating against the thing that is bruised. Man, can you imagine to keep hitting a thing that is bruised over? After a while, he wants you to get tired. He wants you to wear thin. He wants you to be exhausted. He doesn't want you to cross the finish line. But queens, you got to decide, I'm going to finish this fight. I don't know where you are, but I'm going to cross over the finish line on this one. If you have the victory, you have already won. Come on, it's in the spirit of your mind, queen. Listen, real talk. Do you hear me? You've been chosen, called, purpose for this. Get up. You got to know. Let me do Psalms 18 just to give you some reinforcement. To give you some reinforcement in this thing. And I don't know what you are in, what your finish line looks like, how close it is, or how far from you, even in the spirit of your mind. Come on. Queen, don't start none, Roxanne. It's a setup. Don't start none. It's a setup for great. Oh, we're blessing this morning. Listen, it's a setup for greatness. Don't start now. Psalms 18, 2 and 6. You got to know. Even though that thing is beating up against your ship. Maybe, you know how sometimes you tell a person no and you wind up doing the very thing that you say, no, I'm not going to do. Make your mind up and make your decision in that thing. If it's righteous and it doesn't violate who you are in the kingdom. Because go all the way. I told my daughter yesterday, I gotta go all the way to the end. All the way. All the way. And I'm gonna tell you, queens, it's hard. Do you hear me? All the way. All the way to the end. All the way to the very last fight. All the way. Because when it's but God in situations and you know it's but God, you still got to keep going, keep moving, keep pushing, keep going forward. But this time, all the way. Even when the calamity comes, the chaos comes, the spiritual blurs come on, spiritual attacks come. Listen, when you feel like you are oppressed, you can't get up, keep going. Do you hear me? When you feel like you're depressed, listen to me. Come on, press back. And the resistance, this is real talk. But let me lock and load in your spirit this morning, Psalms 18 and 2, because you are going to have moments where you're going to be visited by spirits of oppression. There is moments that you're going to be visited by spirits of depression. You're going to come by spirits that's going to come to take your joy, to take your peace. Listen to me. You're going to have to learn how to encourage yourself in the fight, queen, and keep moving. Not when it comes, back up, go to bed. No, get out that bed. Get on your feet in your spiritual realm. Shake the dust. If you've been chosen for this, oh my goodness. If you've been chosen, now you said it. Whoa, come on, chosen. You got to still get out the bed and put your best on. You hear me? On your worst day. Let me do this. And you got to know Psalms 18, 2 and 6. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer. My God, my rock, in whom I'll take refuge. He's your shield. He's the horn of your salvation. He's your stronghold. Oh, my goodness. He says, call upon the Lord who is worthy to be praised. Let me say something. Come on, listen. There is days, you think every day, every morning, listen, I have to listen to me. Look, let me do it for you this morning. The Lord is my rock and my strength, the rock and my salvation. God, I am who you say I am. Keep going. I can do what he says I can do. Come on, I am the head and not the tail. Come on, come on. I am that of a royal priesthood. Get up and get dressed. Listen to me. Come on, come on. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Get up and get dressed. Do you hear me? Come on, I am God. You are a strong tower. You are the rock. You are the fortress. I'm going to help somebody this morning. Get up. Come on, fix yourself up. Make yourself presentable. Real talk this morning. Matter of fact, come on, I'm my strong tower. And he said, run into it, Bobby, because that's where safety is. I'm talking to somebody this morning because destiny is waiting on you. You're not waiting on destiny. It's already set. You're not waiting to get to the destiny. Oh, let me help somebody this morning. Listen, when you're getting ready to travel, the place is already, the destination is already in position. It is already there. Did you hear me? The island is there. Florida is there. Bahamas is there. That place is there. Listen to me. You just got to reach the destination. I'm going to help somebody today. And this is real talk. And on your way to your destinations, you might have some delays. Come on, some time changes. Come on, listen to me. But listen to me, real talk. You got to learn how to able to deal with the time changes. You got that the flights are getting ready to switch different flights. Come on, listen. Sometimes you got to sit on the tarmac for hours, but you better stay in the fight and stay on the ride. Do you hear me? Listen, destination is waiting on you. It is already set. Queen, I need to help you get there this morning. And why? Because now you're fighting against some of the Prince of Persia, your Goliaths. Do you hear me? To get to your destination. Listen, they're bidding against your boat, against your life, and trying to make you exhausted, tired, worn out. Listen to me. Listen to me. You got to know that the Lord is my rock and my... This is real talk this morning. Matter of fact, wait. Let me encourage myself. Wait a minute. The Lord is my rock. Wait a minute. The Lord is my fortress. The Lord is my deliverer. Come on. I need you to get up. Come on. Listen to me this morning. Real talk. Do you hear me? Listen to me. Come on. God, you are my refuge. You are my shield. Come on. You are the horn of my salvation. Listen, you better push with it. Whoa! Somebody say fight. Real talk this morning. You hear me? Come on, blow the whistle. Don't start nothing, Roxanne. Whoa! Listen, security. Real talk this morning, Queens. You got to fight the good fight of faith. Self-love. I said, quit waiting for somebody to love you and love yourself. You hear me? Stop waiting on others to love you. And get up and love yourself enough. Fight for yourself. If nobody else will. Do you hear me? Get up and shake. Oh. Get up and fight. Quit saying what they've done to you. It is what it is. Now, what are you going to do? You going to stay there and die? You going to get up and live? It is what it is. What are you going to do? Get up. Your fight is not with flesh and blood. Do you hear me? You're making spiritual choices that will manifest into the natural realms of your life. I kept saying in life, enough was enough. Not today and not on my watch. I will win. I have won. Listen to me. Do you hear me? I will no longer eat the king's meat. which is the enemy's meat. Do you hear me? Off this table. Because y'all remember the king was trying to serve the Hebrew boys. Listen. Their food. And David and the Hebrew boys told the king, no, we're not gonna eat your meat. No, Daniel, we ain't gonna eat Daniel. Daniel said, no, I'm not gonna eat you. I'm getting ready to fast. Some of you may need to, maybe he's calling you to go to the next level in your level of fasting. Oh, let me have a sip this one. You better fight your fight. Roxanne, pray for me, keep it moving. Do you hear me? This is real talk. Roxanne said that, yes, they know your assignments. Don't keep throwing your pearls among swine. But Queen, you got to fight the good fight. I don't know where you are right now. But let today be the day that you decide that I'm going to live and not die. Let this day be the day that you decide I'm going to get up and stand my ground. Let today be the days, listen to me, oh God, I declare today I will fight the good fight of faith. Listen to me, this is real talk. Do you hear me? Even when you feel like you are at an all-time low. Because of Christ, your weaknesses, you are made strong. Even when you are at your all-time low. Real talk, do you hear me? When enough is enough. And I'll tell you this, when you decide that enough is enough, those among you, they'll see your change, Queen, I promise you. Listen, when you decide to put your foot down on the jugular of the neck of the enemy, do you hear me? This is your life. You got to live it. You got to take you wherever you go. They don't have to take you with them. But you got to take you with you. Let me have a sip this morning. Did you hit me? You got to take you with you. I've been abandoned on multiple occasions. They're gone, but I'm still left. What are you going to do? Somebody will catch that one. Let me have a sip. Family members done turned your back on you. They're gone, but you still got you. Queen, you better get up. Don't stop. Oh, so, listen, did you hear me? Multiple times I've been abandoned. Did you hear me? And left for dead. Did you hear me? But I decided that I was going to live and not die. Well, you got to take you with you. You know what? Let me have a sip this morning. Don't start nothing real quick. Listen. Get up and fight the good fight of faith. And know why you got you and you doing you. Know that the Lord is your rock and your fortress, Queen. Your deliverer. Whoa! Listen. Your refuge. Let me finish reading Psalm. Let me give you something to work with this morning. Psalms 18 and 26. We call it roll with me. Let me give you something to roll with this morning. Come on, y'all gonna roll with me or no? Let me give you something to roll with this morning. I want you to lock and load Psalms 18 and 26 because you are deciding. You hear me? I need you to roll with me this morning. The Lord is my rock and come on. The Lord is my rock and my fortress, my deliverer. Do you hear me? Come on, my God, my rock in whom I take refuge, my shield. Come on, my buckler, my horn of my salvation, my stronghold. I call upon the Lord who is worthy to be praised. I'm giving you something to roll with this morning. Do you hear me? He says to be praised. He said, I am saved from my enemies. I need you to get up this morning. The cords of death that, come on, that encompass me, the torrents of destruction that assailed me, the cords of Sheol that entangled me, the snares of death that confronted me in my distress. Come on, roll with me. I call upon the Lord. Come on, my God, when you cry for help, he hears you. Do you hear me? Don't you start now. He will confront your enemies. I need you to roll with me. Listen to me. Real talk this morning. Listen, Queens, this thing is up to you in this season. You're going to have to decide. You're going to have to learn how to really, truly engage. You're going to have to be able to roll. Come on. Come on. You're going to have to roll with the King of Kings. Do you hear me? And this is real talk this morning. Come on. The Lord is my rock. Come on. Put your dukes up this morning in the spiritual realm. While you're walking through the valley of the shadow of death, the Lord is my rock and my fortress, and he is my deliverer. Whoa, listen, he's my refuge and my shield, and walk. Do you hear me? Come on, come on, come on, come on, and be confident, and come on in this thing, because now you're not operating in your own strength, out of your own intellect, but you are operating out of what God says concerning you. Queens, get up and confront that thing this morning. Whoa, listen. I am blowing the whistle myself. Don't, Queen, real talk. Do you hear me? Woo! Get up. And I don't care how many times you've been TKO'd. Come on, my refuge and my shield. David told Saul, Saul, I can't wear your armor. I got to wear my own. She said, I'm blowing my own whistle. Don't start. No, it won't be none. Saul said, but David said, Saul, I can't wear your armor yet. I got some armor. Goliath can't touch this. Did you hear me? He can't touch this. He can't touch this. There was no power greater than God's. Nothing was created without Christ. I'm going to help you out this morning. Let me have a sip this morning. Get up. Get up. One of the queens over on YouTube says she had got up out of an abusive relationship, abusive marriage. She took her and her 3 kids. Do you know what that took? It took, I'm enough. Enough is enough. I said yesterday over on TikTok when we do our 30 minutes of self-love. Check this out. Y'all remember the movie with Jennifer Lopez and she said enough was enough? She was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I don't care. That sick and tired could be in your finances. That sick and tired could be with your mental, your emotional, your psychological, your marriage. You know what? Nothing's created without God. Queen, real talk. Did you hear me? You say, I must please and obey God. Even in my falls, I keep it moving. Queen, real talk. Even in your falls, Queen, keep it moving. He said, there is no temptation unto man that you cannot overcome. Grace and mercy, forgiveness, real talk, and keep it moving. Don't you know God knows your struggles? He knows where the Prince of Persians are in your life that are holding up, that wrestles with you. And that thing that you're overcoming. And maybe you have fallen, fell short of. Don't you feel guilty? Or can the Queen get up and go again? Do you hear me? That's just what it is. It's deliverance. Deliverance. That means ties and struggles and comes with the entanglements. Things that are wrapped around your soul. It's not just, oh, this is it. Oh, listen. Real talk. Things tied around your soulish realm. But the stronger you get in your spiritual realm, them things will start decreasing in your soulish realm. Real talk, you hear me? Get up. Get up this morning. And my question to you, are you putting in the work? Are you putting in what is required? Are you putting in the work? Queens, in the mornings, I just show up. But I'm putting in the work. Oh, let me have a sip this morning. Woo! Listen! This isn't what you see on the base. That's not what's happening in the backdrop. Do you understand? Putting in the work. Obedience. Putting in the work. Resistance. Putting in the work. Perseverance. Putting in the work. Whoa! Listen, are you putting the work in? You got to put in the work. Don't start nothing, Queen. Put in the work. Before David took out the Goliath, he was putting in the work. I need y'all to get up this morning. 1 Timothy 6:2. And I'm not talking about putting the work in when it's only sunny outside. Can you put the work in when you are having pit experiences? Can you put the work in when the plan isn't going the way that you suppose? Let me have a sip. Whoa! Listen, come back, Paul. Don't sound nothing Roxanne. Can you still put the work in? Can you still show up after you just had a drag out? Come on. A drag out fight. Come on. Come on, you still got to put in the work. And oh, don't stop. None won't be none. You hear me? He says, because after a while, Queens, you start eating the fruits of your labor. Do you hear me? And whatever you sown, you shall also reap. Some of you getting ready to cash in on some of the deposits you've already made. You better get up and fight the good. Whoa, listen. Some of you done sown in tears. Oh, my goodness. Don't start none. Woo. Let me help. Oh, he says, though, let me do it. Psalms 126. It's priceless, Queen. Do you hear me? Psalms 126. Let me just lock and load in your spirit this morning, 5-6. He said, they that sow in tears shall reap in joy. He that goeth forth and weepeth, bearing precious seed, shall doubtless come again, rejoicing. I need you to get up this morning. When he said that all things work together for good for those who love him, that were called according to his purpose. Ooh. Come on. Real talk. Priceless. Queens, you're rising up from the inside out, not from the outside. Priceless, Queen. Real talk this morning. So get up this morning. Make sure you guard your minds. You got on the helmet of salvation. Don't start none. Queen, listen, I was on the road yesterday, and I saw a sign. They were doing some construction work. Let me help you. About the helmet of salvation. They were doing some construction work, and I looked, and I seen the sign. It said, give me a second. Let me just do this. Hold on. Y'all stay right there with me, please. If I knock anything over, y'all just, I'll be right back. Listen. say? It was a sign said, hard hats are required on the site. You cannot come in. Whoa! Listen, on the construction site without your hat. No, listen to me. The helmet of, I was like, you know what? To protect you. Come on. You can't even step on the ground without your hat. And I thought about the helmet of salvation. Listen to me. That guards your mind to protect you from all harm, loss, and danger. Do you hear me? So listen, if that thing come up against you, it will not prosper. Now I can hear the echo of the hit. I can feel the come on, the shock of the hit. Listen, but it will not reach. Come on, I need you to get up this morning. I thought, listen, I said, oh, wait a minute. You can't get on the ground. Whoa! On the construction site. And some of us even right now are being reconstructed, redesigned, in battle, in warfare. You got to have on, come on, real talk. Do you hear me? Woo! Some of you been hit by divorce. Some of you been hit by depression. Woo! Some of you been hit by, come on, listen. Come on, listen. Look. It's hitting. But you're still standing. I need you to get up. Come on. Woo! Some of you been hit by generational curses. Come on. Still standing. Listen to me. Woo! Can you imagine? Come on. Can you imagine the bruises that's on the inside? And the enemy keeps trying to get in and knock. And what he does, he stay at the same spot. Woo! Listen. He'll keep knocking till he try to knock this joker off. You hear me? You got to get up. And you got to stand your, come on. And I still rise. Don't start nothing, Barbara. Do you hear me? And he stays at the same spot till he calls you, trying to get you to have a concussion, to lose your right state of mind, to get you out of the alignment. Do you hear me? To throw you in a coma. I need you to get up this morning. Listen to me. You got to get in the fight, not on the sideline of this thing, and make sure you are, whoa! You, listen, it's supernatural. It is supernatural. Do you hear me? You got to keep, come on, he keep digging at the same hole. And this is real talk. Queens, you're rising up from the inside out, not from the outside in. After a while, the enemy, you keep submitting to God, he has to resist. Do you hear me? Just submit. And he'll resist. Pat, I already know, Queen. Come on, he's your refuge. Your strong tower. You hear me? He's your stronghold. Run into him, Pat, where it's safe. He's your strength. But still I rise. Don't stop now. He's your strength. He's your rock. He's your fortress. He's your shield. He's your buckler. Woo! Listen. He sets standards up against your enemy. This is on the inside, Pat. Do you hear me? This ain't... Whoa! From the inside out. Not from the outside in. He's a present help. He said, cry unto me, I'll hear you. And I'll help. Queens, and when you're chosen, when David was chosen, he went up against what? Wolves and lions and bears. Listen! And when Saul, I'm sure Saul went, you know what, we ain't gonna do it. Not today. Because you gotta keep going. Destiny. Purpose. Whoa! And some of you that have been chosen and understand that you're pressing and where you're going, your destination, your assignments. Some of you might be walking with Saul's. Angry. You're gonna have to learn how to stand. Saul will get angry over your gifts. Saul will get angry of your knowledge, your revelations. Saul will get mad with the wisdom of God. Do you hear me? Oh. Now what you talking? God, please don't start. Don't start on God. This one, it won't be. Saul should be aggravated by your very presence. I'm talking to you who've been chosen. Saul will be so mad with you, he will leave you on the outside, looking in. Saul will abandon you. Let me have this. Ooh, listen. Saul. Some in this room, you know you Davids. Esther's. Deborah's. Did you hear me? Let me have this. Will leave you on Gilligan's Island, Queen. Did you hear me? Saul will leave you on Gilligan's Island. There were many times, Queens, I had to put on spiritual tourniquets. You hear me? So I wouldn't emotionally bleed to death. That I wouldn't psychologically bleed to death. Whoa, listen. Gotta fight the good fight. Did you hear me? And this is real talk. Blow the whistle right now. Don't start nothing, Roxanne. I'm talking about you got to be in this. You got to be in the fight. Fight the good fight of faith. Real talk. So you don't bleed out emotionally. When we were little girls, we used to always constantly get nosebleeds. Me and my sister, it'd be at the same time. And they used to do this process where they would take this Q-tip and put it in your nose. They would burn something. I don't know what they were burning. It would stop our noses from bleeding for a long, long time. And I don't know, was the fact that we were our rooms were up high on high levels as little girls. So we just always had nosebleeds. But they would put that thing in our nose and sting it to stop it from. You know what? Don't start nothing, Roxanne. Don't start nothing. Listen to me. Hold up. What, Roxanne, why you want to fool me this morning, Queen? Listen, you already know. Listen. But we'll stop the bleeding. It would burn. They would put it way up here. You feel like you, and burns. It was hot, like it even smelled like smoke fire, like they burnt something on a stick. And sometimes stopping the tourniquets or the burn or the loss of emotional. Sometimes stopping the bleeding, it may hurt. That's the process. Making sure your emotions are guarded. Queens, you're rising up from the inside out, not from the outside in. This is real talk. Queens, don't you start nothing, Roxanne. The Karate Kid, this is what God taught me how to use basic principles. Wax on, and wax off. Wax on and wax off. I didn't first start karate chopping. Learned the basic principles. Wax on and wax off. Wax on and wax off. And while he was still waxing on and waxing off, he was still getting beat. Did you hear me? Then he'll go back and he'll get stronger. Wax on, wax off. The Queens, do you hear me? Real talk. Use basic principles in your life to help stop through the Word of God. Bruce Lee was so bad he could fight blindfolded. Queen, don't start none, won't be none. You hear me? Take your positions, queens, in this season. You hear me? Take your right spiritual postures. You got to be in the fight and fight the good fight of faith. I don't know where you are right now, but you have to decide. You got to decide. And queens, when you're experiencing your experiences, how are you responding? Come on, real talk, queen, no other way. How are you responding to your spiritual attacks? How are you responding when you get that phone call, that circumstance, that situation? How is your response? And that's real talk. Some of us, we get our blows. It look like our wigs be lopsided. Fix yourself up. Go fix yourself up from the inside. Because you're going to experience continual. Come on. It's almost like, Barbara, it's like you really gotta be attentive, especially when you know that you are in a place in life, and you know that you're working on whatever those things are in your own personal individual life. You have to, it's almost like you really being conscious or paying attention. Real talk. I had to make a call the other day. And normally when I call this particular company, I'm kind of like sounding aggressive just so I could get what it is that I want. And so I said this. I said, let me try this. Let me try this. Hi. Good morning. What's your name? They asked Chantal C. Ross. Information provided. And I explained to them very, very, very politely what my situation was. And the same help that I would have gotten if I have responded or spoken in a higher tone, I got the same wonderful help and more in a good tone. So I was like, so I started listening to myself. Because when you do something for so long, you don't even realize you're doing things wrong or illegitimate. Because you've practiced them for so long. You allow the enemy to go in and out for so long, you don't even realize he's in operation. Taking you out of character, taking you out of alignment, listen, real talk. Even when you experience spiritual warfare, you had an experience. And you didn't put the AK, the spiritual word of God, AK-47, Psalms 50, 23, on your experience. You don't pull a hit out on your family. You're hitting the wrong people. When you are having spiritual warfare experiences, man, I've experienced a lot of I've been suspect of those types of hits during development and maturing, and I've also been hit by others' lack of maturity. Did you hear me? Be like, what did I do to you? It wasn't me. They were having spiritual warfare experiences. It is, Barbara. Sometimes it's not what you say, but how you say it matters. Oh, it matters. Real talk. I'm talking about being in the fight, Queens. I ain't talking about kumbaya. I'm talking about being present in the moment. Being present in your experiences. Being attentive to where you are as the individual. Because sometimes it's not always everybody. It could be just how you say it. Not that you said it. Yes. You got to, come on, real talk. You hear me? Have you ever walked into somebody's spiritual warfare fight? Woo! Listen. Satan attacks the hardest on the ones closest. You know what? Don't start nothing. Listen, do you hear me? Jim, sometimes he leave me dazed. But you got to get up and keep Oh, you left me. Yeah, you hit. Woo! But you didn't prosper. You hear me? Real talk. Because sometimes from our seats, we act as though we've arrived. No, 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 no. We're getting TKO'd as well. Did you hear me? But we just learned how to get up and gird up and buckle up, suit up. Woo! We're getting blows, undercut, hits and the uppercut hits. Oh, we getting them over here on the side on our platforms, believe you me. We just learn how to recognize. Come on. Whoa! Nobody. But you understand the principles of the Word of God? And that God's thoughts is higher than ours. His ways are not our ways. And you start implementing. Whoa! You keep going, nobody celebrates you. You keep going. Because you know what God is doing is not just local, but global. Do you hear me? Whoa, don't start none. Won't be none. I know, yeah, I'm saying. Sometimes you do think you're doing things just for your local assemblies or your local arenas. He's preparing you for things greater and bigger outside of that and greater. But not telling you what comes with it. How to speak well. How to handle your mantles well. Know that you've been chosen and called. How you present. What you engage in, what you don't. Don't start none, won't be none. You hear me? All training ground for bigger, better, and greater. David had a whole bunch of training ground. Leaving the 99 to go get the one. You wolves and coyotes and bears, you won't take this sheep. Not on my watch, David said. Did you hear me? The book of Psalms. That's what he was doing in attending to attending the sheep. Worshiping. Praising. Woo! And what he was talking, he wasn't singing to his daddy and his brothers. Singing to the sheep. Ah! Kumbaya. Preparing for what was to come. Teaching us how to fix your crowns. That when you go do what you've been destined, assigned to do, queens, you have done your inside work in your homes. You hear me? In your homes. Your home. With your children. Checking your social arenas. I told one of the queens up there, I want to be looking back over my shoulder. You did this, and I don't, if I gotta be in connects that got me looking over my shoulder, going forward. This is real talk this morning. But you gotta be in it. You gotta be in the fight. How you gonna fight a good fight of faith if you're not in it? Queen, real talk. Mm-mm. Keep moving, soldiers. Don't stop. No, it won't be none. Guys, listen, I want to thank you for joining me right here. Leave your comments, concerns. You can inbox me, leave comments here, or you can email me. Say, hey, I was listening to you, and you want to know something. You had a question. I'll do the best that I can. You can email me at queensriseup1@gmail.com. You can email me. Today I'm wearing one of the t-shirts from my apparel line. Grace Says I'm Enough. You can grab your t-shirts. Listen to me. Make sure you check me out. Make sure you pay attention to the reels that come through here on Facebook. Join me on TikTok about 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Where we do 30 minutes of self-love. Join me. My handle on TikTok is Queen Rise Up #1. So make sure you join me over there. We're going to keep it moving, Queens. We are spirit, soul, and body. Do you hear me? So make sure you join me. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe, because once we get where we're going over in YouTube, there is things that each can you email? Yes, it's Q Queens with an S. Queens with the S. QUEENS Pearl. Rise Up. RISEUP and the #1. Queens at Gmail. Queens Rise Up #1 at gmail.com. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this. The principles, Jim, are the same. The principles are the same. They're the same. Whether you're man, boy, girl, the principles are the same. Real talk. Do you hear me? They are the same. Knowing your worth. That's on every platform. The same. Yes, Queen, they are. Now, you probably won't see me in long sleeves sitting here in this seat, but the shirts, when the fall comes, anything made, we get it in absolutely. You won't probably see me sitting in the seats in long sleeves because it'd be hot up in here. But everything will go according to the season, Queen. Absolutely. Long sleeves. Amen. Because the principles are the same. You are the head and not the tail. You are above and not beneath. You are more than a conqueror. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Listen to me. You are that of a royal priesthood. That is real talk. Can I tell you? Listen to me. God, you've been chosen. Oh, your principles are the same. Principles are the same. We may be all in different places and places in our life. And anything that is not out of alignment with the word of God, he'll bring them into alignment, breaking strongholds and patterns. Do you hear me? This same helmet of salvation, it ain't just for the girls. Don't start, no, it won't be no. You hear me? Principally across the board. Principally across the board. You listen to me, real talk. Queen, rise up. #1, Pat. You need a 1. Queens. Let me see. How can maybe I need to start putting that on my little thing up here too. You're missing a 1. Rise up and the #1. Queens Rise Up #1 at gmail.com. Queen, to keep this ground good, it's a lot of there's tilling and there's uprooting, and then whoa, listen to me. Do you hear me? Then you still got to keep picking out the weeds that grow. Then your roots to keep good ground. That means to have good ground, to good soil. They use manure. I'm going to help somebody. You're welcome, Queen. Manure. If I could tell you all the things that have been thrown and dumped, but to use it. Woo! Listen. Use it to till the ground. Use it. Use what's thrown. All the scraps and the compost and the manure. Because the enemy throwing a whole lot of stuff. You hear me? Woo! Listen. Use it. You but don't you start nothing, Queen. Woo! Do you hear me? One of the Queen said, or the King said, when you're close to the promise, close to Christ, there's a greater, it's a higher attack. You got to know who you are. Because the enemy knows who you are. Do you hear me? He knows when you are on the brink of breakthrough. He knows when they're getting ready to cross over the Jordan. He knows what you packing. Do you hear me? He knows your worth. And he knows your value. Do you know? You think he coming after you just because uh-oh and ups. It's not how he works. Not uh-oh. He doesn't do things by coincidence. He's purposeful. Do you hear me? He don't use those same things or allow those same things to knock up against that without intention. If you keep knocking, let's get on your nerves. This alone get on your nerves. You just got to know that he that is in you is greater than he that is in this world. You hear me? You got to know that you got power, come on, to tread upon serpents and scorpions. For every lie told, God will set it free with truth. Because the enemy wants you to give in to its tactics, to its knocks, to its decades of knocks. Some of you have been going through deliverance for decades and wrestling to you. Oh, listen! And he wants you to stop. Don't start nothing, Queen. That's exactly how he operates. They're going to get tired after a while. They're going to throw in the towel. They're going to give in to the lie. They're going to give in. And once he got you, he'll stop. Oh, he'll stop. He'll stop. Ain't no reason to... Woo, don't crack under pressure. You hear me? That joker have you doing all kind of illicit things. He'll make you believe in lies concerning your own mind, your own body. All kinds of lies. Did you hear me? Real talk. I gotta get up out of here. I got a few minutes. You guys make sure you join me. Please email me if God touched your heart in any way. On the floor, the door is open. Listen to me. You can give to Queen Rise Up. That's G. That's what is that? Cash App. God touch your heart. You can do Gmail. That's for PayPal or Zelle. But you can also give. You decide to give. God touch your heart. And for those who've been committed to the $22 a month, it's still not too late. For those who've been with me, we committed to $22 a month for expectation. We are in so the 7th month. Is never too late to sow your seed if you desire to do so. And thank you for those who have given. Thank you for those who've been supportive. Thank you for those who've shared. Thank you to those who, and this is real talk. Thank you. Real talk. To God be the glory. May He multiply every seed. Come on. And He said, whatever you sow, that shall you also reap. And to God be the glory. I hope you guys can see that. I don't know why don't give me enough backdrop so all those things can be there for you. But listen, guys, we're getting ready to go and check down. Don't forget to go to check out the t-shirts. This is one of the ones. Grace Says I Am Enough. Come on, grab your t-shirts. If you ain't got your whistles, grab your whistles, because we're getting ready to go over on TikTok where we blow it up. So make sure you grab your whistles, your bling whistles. They are available as well. Our t-shirts, Queen Rise Up. Please listen, don't start. No, won't be none. Listen, you can get any color you desire. Listen, God is my keeper. The latest one that I've done, let me see if I can add that to our library. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. So make sure you grab your t-shirt. It's customizable as well. This is customizable where you can put your own name. If you keep it like this, it's regular price, but if you decide to customize it, just a few dollars more for customization, but we can customize your t-shirt however you like it. Customization is that when you add something or take something away to already what is. Now what we're getting ready to do, or you want something specific versus what's already is. That's called customization. So they are customizable if you want to do that, if you want to change it up a little bit. So know that I love you guys, and I will see you on the other side. Make sure I'm not missing any comments over here on this side of the fence. It says, heading to see my doctor. All right, Queen, I love you. I love you, Queen's traveling mercies. And may your doctor visit be excellent. Do you hear me? Love you too, Queen. He will do it. Come on, look, listen. And it says, yes, body reset. Yes, body reset is coming. I was thinking about it last night. I was like, listen, I need to set the date for body reset. Body reset has been absolutely amazing. In these last, let me just do this. I'll talk to you guys. But body reset, I am working on my date. I woke up this morning like, okay, God, give it to me. Show me where is it, what time, what date to do body reset. This will be our third one for body reset. And I really want you guys to join me. I don't care if you're from YouTube, from Instagram to TikTok. I will post the dates and the time, the flyers, the information, so you can register to be a part of Body Reset. And the thing about it, you can do it right from the comforts of your own home. You don't have to leave your home, right in the comforts of your own home. And that, what I really love about it, because this is convenient, but just as powerful. Can I just say that? So listen, so when the time comes, I am going to send, this will be the third one. The first one was absolutely amazing. The second one was powerful. I can't even imagine what God is going to do in the third one. And Body Reset is is where we come and we do 15 days. It's just 15 days of creating healthy eating habits. But what God does in the process, it doesn't just be in those places. It be across the board of your life. And sometimes you don't even realize it, because this transformation is from the inside out, not from the outside in. So guys, I really want you to join me when the time comes. I will submit information. That's what I'm looking at, Queen, towards that time. Except I am. And when we need to do it. I need to do it now. I'm just looking for the date, because I know my son starts school, so I just want to make sure whatever his week of school starts for him in September, that he is settled. and then we'll come in and jump into that date. But absolutely, absolutely awesome. We're getting great reports even from Body Reset 3, as you would call it, 2. I'm sorry, the Body Reset 2 that we've done. Great response, great um, results, spirit, soul, and body. So you guys pay attention, be attentive, be aware. As soon as we get the date, I will start it, and then you can even start setting up for it. You know what? Whatever that is to you, whatever you need to do to submit to get ready, and that is real talk. Can I tell you? Whatever you need to do to submit for you to get married, maybe you need to do in steps and you need to do it in stages. But make sure we get it done. You're gonna be an empty nester queen. I am not ready for that. Mm-mm. My son, 15, he's still giving mama kisses. Listen, well, he was bribing me. That's why he was giving me kisses. So I can't even imagine. He gonna talk about he wants something, and so he kissed me. And he gonna tell, wait, Queen, let me do this, and we're gonna get out of here. He gonna tell my daughter. My daughter made a rebuttal or a comment, and I just said, no, son, I can't. And he gonna say, oh, I almost. He like he told his sister, if you wasn't here, I would have had her. I am going out, Queen. I can't even imagine. I can't. So if she wasn't 15, amen, Queen. Yes, my son 15, he'll be 16 in September. So just still hugging his mom, but he was bribing me, he almost had me, honey. Did you hear me? But my daughter made a comment. He was like, you know what? And if you wasn't here, I would have had her. We laughed so hard, but real talk. All is well, Queen. All is well. Know that I love you guys. Evangelist, love you, Queen. Love you, cousin. Listen, we're getting ready to go over on TikTok. Let's go do 30 minutes of walking it out and just go enjoy yourself. Go take care of you. Come with me. Queen Rise Up #1. That is my handle on I call it Tickety Talk. Over on TikTok for 30 minutes. Just walk. Keep it simple. Use what you got. And let's go. Guys, know that I love you. Be blessed. Any questions or inbox me. I'll leave a message. I got you. Know that I love you. You guys be blessed. See you. Come on, we're getting ready to let's go. We getting ready to don't start no, Queen. I be so excited. You know them 30 minutes. Let me just do this. Them 30 minutes, I don't know. Sometimes, you don't know what to expect. Sometimes I be excited. I love getting up in the mornings. I be so excited about my days. Because my days are profitable. They are, I don't know. It's just, I'm excited about life, And getting up every morning, being excited. Ooh-wee, even with the trials. Because all things work together for good. For those who love God are called according to his purpose. You know what? So I look forward. Man, wait a minute. All nations. And that blows my mind that on TikTok, you're talking about Peru, Thailand, Africa, Germany, France. Lord have mercy. Well, I think I had Africa. What we had the other day? Trinidad, Tobago. I'd be like, Lord have mercy, Australia. When I say, but God, from four corners of the earth, do you hear me? And it blows my mind. It blows my mind. And I love them. 30 minutes of self-love. France. It blows my mind. It really, I be in awe. Oh, we had Russia, UK. All over. All on Tickety Talk. Do you hear me? So you guys, we got 30 minutes of walk Trinidad. Don't stop, none. Ooh. Trinidad. Jamaica. Europe. Don't get stuck in a box in your life. Do you hear me? Without borders. Do you hear me? Sometimes we have criticized different opportunities and platforms that God has will allow you to walk on, but you criticize them so much that you box them in. South Carolina, don't stop now. That you'll box him in. If you use what we have opportunity and use it well, man, God will blow your mind. Do you hear me? He will blow your mind. I am still in awe. So join me for 30 minutes of self-love. Join me. Real talk. Real talk. And make sure when you are on a person's ground, you're sowing into their ground, whether you on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, make sure you're sowing, because you reap whatever you sow, you'll reap. I don't care if it's 50 cents. Sometimes they just put in a penny. Make sure you sow into good ground. Make sure you sow into the ground. That's feeding you. That's helping you. That's empowering you. That's encouraging you. You make sure you're giving back to the ones that you're drawing from. Do you hear me? He honors that. He honors that. Whether it's sparingly, just do. Let me get my shoes. Pat, don't you stop. Now let me run up over there, Queen. Let me get my shoes. Go get your shoes, Queen. Come over on TikTok. 30 minutes. Come in, Pat, handle your business. And we come in, handle it, do what we need to do, and we out. Come in, listen to me. Queen, real talk. Real talk. Real talk. But as your heart leads you, don't nobody push you or coerce you into giving. He said, I'm making statements and leaving my thoughts here. But as God touches your heart, and that is real talk. Because that is how I give when he touches my heart, touches my spirit. Not out of obligation or demand, but out of my heart. No, you've never seen a seed, but no, out of your heart. Out of the heart. No, because he said, I've never seen my seed begging for bread, but out of your heart. Guys, know that I love you. I'll see you on the other side. I'm supposed to be set up right now on TikTok. I got to go. Know that I love you. You guys be blessed. I'll see you on the other side. Make sure, come on, no seed. No seed begging. Not one. Don't start nothing, Queen. Real talk. Because what God has for you is for you. But it's just the principles that we live by. Paying it forward. Real talk, paying it forward. It's just real talk. Listen, guys, know that I love you. Be blessed. I see you on the other side, TikTok. Until you and I meet again. See you tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, live right here on Queen Rise Up. And make sure you are in